Simulation, man. Sorry, folks. I'm a protective mother, ruined the simulation for everybody. Happens all the time.